Welcome to another episode of Ballas Union. Is your host Giovanni. I'm running point forward, and I got smashed down in the paint. We're running twos. You know what I'm saying? We got a tough matchup tonight. Later on tonight, we got to play against Sydney and Billy. I heard they're pretty good on the twos court. You
We
know what I'm
got it.
saying?
We
Yeah,
got it.
but yeah, we got it. My shot. I've been warming up. My shot been falling lately. If I miss, Smash got the rebound with the putback dunk, so we should be good.
No doubt, no doubt, man. What's been going on with
Same old, same old. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was able to go to the parade and come back on the show, unlike BTG. You
you?
know what I'm saying? Uh, but I do would like to shout out to the Sparks for saying that she was washed up and not having her play in the playoffs the year before, and all you guys did was motivate her and got her to come back home to Chicago, and she brought the first championship for the Chicago Sky. Shout out to Candace Parker and the rest of the Chicago Sky roster with Copper, Slew, the Shields. Those ladies were out there balling.
Man, you jump right into it, huh? With the
Right into it,
Chiefs.
man. Right into it. You ready? You guys, that's another reason why everybody else didn't show up because they didn't want to hear me talk about the Sky and told them I told you so. Um, Goldie's in hiding because of the Aces. Because they choked in the playoffs. They were the favorites to win this year, especially with Aja Wilson being the best player in the league this year. And then they had the deep. They actually had the deepest roster, in my opinion, for the whole WNBA. And then CP, he can't. He from Michigan. You know how they get when Chicago wins. They got to go to their safe room for a couple months. So we ain't gonna see him for a while.
Oh, he gonna get you when you get back home. Chicago played a good game, good series, man. So they deserve to win. I
Yeah,
ain't had
man.
I didn't have nothing in the fight, nobody in the fight. So it's all good for me.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it was a definitely good series. That game four, we came back. We was down. True, we was down for most of the game or during critical times, and they just went on that 7-9-0 run. Parker hit that tying three, and then with the assist, and then Vandersloot hit him with that Rondo fake for the dagger. It was just great, man. It was great. The kids were watching it with me, so they were excited. And
Now, go ahead.
you know what I'm saying?
Is
Yeah,
that
go
gonna
ahead.
bring more viewers to the WNBA now?
Probably not.
You don't
Probably
think
not.
so?
Nah, I didn't get no airtime. Well, it should. In theory, it should. Because
Because I saw a
Chicago's
lot
a
of
big
the
market.
NBA. I saw a lot of the NBA players there, saluting them and at the game, watching, supporting them. So
Yeah, yeah. Because Chicago is a big market, and then having Chicago in the spotlight instead of having, because years past it was Seattle was the team to beat.
yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying? And then that's not as big as market as Chicago, and like you said, there was a lot of support there. The Chicago Bears were down there. Chance the Rapper. Half of the Bulls roster was down there watching them play, so it was good. It was good to be in the spotlight. It was good for the WNBA. Good for the city of Chicago because they definitely need a win. So how messed up that city's going now. Uh, but yeah, it was all around good, man. All around good. But moving forward, we could talk about baseball, and Boston currently got a leading the series against the Astros. They currently got a 2-1 lead over the Astros, and then those Atlanta Braves got a 2-0 lead, and
well,
they
had
may may not win tonight, but
they
they
just
still have a
lost.
2-0 lead.
They just lost.
Oh, they just lost, so they got a 2-1. They still in good.
Yeah,
The Dodgers had to come from behind and get a crazy victory to saying just to get a game in, but Atlanta's looking good, man. Atlanta's looking good.
yeah, they looking real good, man. They playing. What I like about them so far is they playing loose. They having fun as they play. So that takes a little pressure off of it. Even watching the game tonight, I could tell that in the late innings they stopped having fun. It seemed like they got more into the game. If they would have kept up the same mentality that they had in the beginning, I think they would have won, but I didn't expect them to go up 3-0 on the Dodgers because I know the Dodgers don't want that. But I've been scared of this series since it's been announced because the Dodgers have a sneaky way of coming back and beating the Braves some kind of way. So
Right, right.
I'm a little
Yeah,
nervous.
that Dodgers team is loaded. It is
Yeah,
loaded. You know, they lost their big signing this year, and they're still the favorite to win the World Series. And then on the other side, Boston, like we said last week, like CP said, they just built for the playoffs, and they're dominating the Astros. You know,
yeah, they doing.
Astros, they look like they were a team to beat, but again, they're playing against the White Sox, and that whole division, the Central AL Central is just weak. So whoever comes out of there is just an easy win in the playoffs. So what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
gonna be good. My prediction is still Dodgers and Boston, but I'd love to see Atlanta there. I just love to see LA lose, you know.
I love to see LA lose too, and I hope we can get there. The Braves. I hope we can get there and do our thing. I think we gotta. I mean, it might not be as like I'm thinking, but I think we have a better matchup against the Red Sox right now if we play them.
Right, right. Yep. No, actually your best matchup would be against the Astros because I'm I'm not a fan of Dusty Baker. You know what I'm saying? He's a black coach and I'm supposed to support black coaches, but never been a fan of that guy.
I know what you mean about Dusty. He had a shot. He did pretty good. Now the one thing I'm surprised in this out of all this, I'm surprised that Pujols is still playing, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That dude
Yeah.
getting old, ain't he?
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, he's definitely up there. He's just up. I guess he's just there for moral support at this point. He
Yeah,
pitch hits every once in a while, but he ain't out there every day like he was back when he was winning it with the Cardinals.
yeah. So we'll see, man. This is actually, I think this is actually good for baseball. The teams that are in it, maybe minus the Astros, but the teams that are in it, I think it's good for baseball. It's got some eyes back on it for to me it's been a while. I know for me it's been a while. I don't really watch it, so um
Right.
I may have to go back to my baseball. It has those superstitions, and they real strict on their superstition. And normally I'll watch the game in the beginning, the first couple innings, and I won't watch like I do it backwards. I won't watch from like the seventh on, and then my team wins. But tonight I did it backwards. I watched from the fifth on, and we lost. So I guess I need to stick to my baseball
Yeah.
tradition, and so my team can keep winning. I
Yeah. You about to get a whole bunch of hate mail now too.
know. As soon as I turned on, they oh man, it was crucial that one inning. I think it was the eighth inning.
Yep. Yep.
Horrible. But yeah, man, good stuff
Yep.
though.
Here's another victory. The Puerto Rican women's hockey team won its first gold medal in its first turn in the hockey tournament.
Didn't even know they had a team.
I didn't know they had a team either, but I'm taking my wins when we get them.
A women's hockey team. Okay.
Yep, yep, yep. Let's go ahead and switch to football. Um, recap the week of football. The way the Baltimore Ravens did the Chargers was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, you know how everybody says he's a running back. He's a running back. He can't throw. He ain't accurate. He can't do this, that, and the third. Man, all he's been doing all this season has been putting up 300 yards, 400 yards, beating the top teams, outplaying Mahomes, outplaying Herbert, outplaying you name him, he's beating them. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely the most valuable player on that team.
Oh
He's the
yeah.
most valuable player in the league. Um, if you take Lamar Jackson out and put let's say a pocket passer in there, uh, that Baltimore team ain't winning as many games as they won.
Oh, they probably ain't winning none. But yeah, Lamar, he the cheat code right now, man. Like he just, I mean, I think to me it seems like he's trying to play to prove people he is who people say he is. Like he is the cheat code. He's showing people I can play, I can throw, I can run. I just know this game. But that dude's all over the place, man. I think I saw him pass the ball and then catch it for a touchdown too. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah. he kicked it. He kicked it and returned it himself.
yeah,
Yeah, he can't do no wrong. Yeah, he's on another level this year, and he's shutting down all those haters, all those critics, all those people that say he couldn't pass. You can put 10 guys in the box. He's just gonna beat you deep now.
oh yeah, most definitely,
Yep.
man. I like seeing him play, and like you said, I think he's the MVP so far this season. What are they, 6, 7 games in already?
Yeah, they're 5-1, 4-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's out there killing it and not a 4-1. And then the Cardinals, another cheat code type quarterback where he just runs around and throws a
I,
ball up in the air and his receivers grabs it is Kyle Murray and the Cardinals. They're undefeated.
I knew you had to get
And
him in.
yeah, I gotta represent my Chicago Cardinals.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
ain't
saying?
mad.
Yeah, but they're doing their thing too, man. They're doing their teams. They had a couple of tough games. Saying I thought the Rams was gonna take them out, especially with Ramsey and Donald on that defense. But D Hop, the pure presence of D Hop um, took Ramsey out of the game for them, and that helped out everybody else ate because of that.
Yeah, they are undefeated. I forgot about that. They're the only undefeated team, I think.
Yep, they're the only undefeated team. There's also only one team that doesn't have a win yet because the Jaguars finally got a win. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Urban Meyer. He is the winningest coach in London. You know what I'm saying? His he's at 1,000. He never lost in London. He loses everywhere else, but not in London.
I wanted CP to be on here because I wanted to ask him like, what's up with the Lions, man? 0-6.
Yeah, they're 0-6. They're not biting kneecaps. They're not, you know, now the coach is crying. He was this big tough guy. Now he's out there crying, saying his players are playing hard and they just can't get wins. Um, it's the Lions. And then after the crying episode, he's blaming golf. He threw golf under the bus, so I don't think golf's gonna play the rest of this year now, or play up to par for the rest of this year now. So
Throwing
we got a
everybody.
lot going on.
What about what do you think about this OBJ rumor to Green Bay possibly?
Um,
You ain't buying it?
nah, I'm buying OBJ. The smart move for the Cleveland Browns to do is to trade OBJ. That should have happened like last year. That should have happened a year ago.
I agree.
The offense is out of sync when he's in there. He messes up the chemistry with Baker, with everyone else, and then now Baker's hurt as well, or he looks hurt. He looks like his shoulders hurt. His throwing motion ain't the same, and he's just he's one of those players where it's addition by subtraction, you know, and send him with the drama queen Aaron Rodgers. We're
Mm.
saying they'll be good for each other. They'll be a next a new soap opera, a new reality TV show. Be good for ratings.
Yeah, I think he'd do good over there. I mean, to me it might humble him because it'll show that like you aren't the star that you may think you are because you know New York got rid of you because your attitude, and now you went to Cleveland. They do better when you're not in the game. So maybe in some type of way it'll humble him. I don't know.
Right. And then also they got Devontae Adams, a true number one, what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, well that's
what
true.
I'm saying? He can't say I'm the number one wide receiver, not with Adams on the other side.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. That's an early rumor I'm hearing.
Yep, yeah. Let's see what else. There's been quite a few trades already in the NFL, and we're not used to seeing trades in the NFL. So, and week 8 is coming up, which is a trade deadline. So there might be some stuff shaking up. You know, some
Yeah,
teams make some cap spaces. Some teams get some more draft capital because their season's over. Like Seattle Seahawks, they look like their season's over. Um, Not too many people knew Geno Smith was still playing, and somehow they took that game to overtime.
yeah. I definitely didn't know he was still playing, but you know,
Right, right. It was definitely two quarterbacks that should have been in the NFL that were playing. Geno Smith and Ben Roethlisberger is like 3 years late on his retirement papers.
Yeah, Ben needs to hang it up. I don't even know how he's still doing what he's doing. So, but yeah, he definitely needs to hang it up.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's see the Falcons. How you want to talk about your Falcons, or you just
Oh, we won last week, man.
oh, okay? So you can boost them up.
We were on a bye, so we won. Nah, like, hey, I was happy because like they were on their bye with hopefully coming off a win, so hopefully they'll build on that. But they weren't able to mess up like that. That whole weekend, the whole state of all the teams in Atlanta had won. So you had the Braves won, you had the Georgia Bulldogs, Georgia Tech. I think the Hawks had won their game, and everybody was like, "Man, glad the Falcons didn't play because they would have messed it up." And so that was like the inside joke. So hopefully they build, man. Calvin Ridley's coming back. We kind of doing all right with him without him, man. He's not the like I was telling everybody. He's not a true number one yet. He was sparking because of the attention that Julio received. So
Right, right.
I'm gonna see
Yeah,
what he does.
yeah. Julio's a beast, man. Because they were playing what was it Monday night
Yeah,
against
they
the
played
Bills,
Monday night. Yep.
and then like I know he caught a pass off, and it was deflected off the defender.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this guy's amazing, man.
Nah, Julio's good, man. I like Julio, but I'm not. I can't call him a diva because he's not a diva. He plays hard, but the dude, I think because he plays so hard, he stays injured. So I don't think they've gotten what they wanted out of him in Tennessee. But I like Julio. So he'll be all right. But he is a beast with him and old Derrick Henry over there, man. That team has a lot of potential that could be scary.
Yep, most definitely, most definitely. And then I know you guys talking about the Hawks. The NBA season starts this week,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
You know,
and I saw you put in the chat that like the Hawks are the top three team and they're contenders to win it all this year, man. What brings that out?
uh, just building off last year, man. Kind of a young team in a way, so I think and now they got the buzz. So if you want to do the conspiracy with it, Trey Young is the hot thing right now. He had the buzz going into this new season. So um I just think that it's a good look. I think we can do good. We're gonna be better than a lot of people think we are. And the East, it's the East, so it ain't too much competition over there once you get past a couple teams. And the way that what's them boys, the Sixers, the way they're imploding, hey, we might only have to worry about the Bucks. So
Right, right. Yeah, I heard Ben Simmons got kicked out of practice.
yeah,
Apparently Doc Rivers told him to do some kind of drill. He said he wasn't doing the drill. Doc asked him again. This is all hearsay. I don't know if any of this is true, but we don't fact check out here. Uh, so Doc asked him again. He said no again. Doc asked him to leave, and so he left. They're
yeah.
saying
I'm not mad at. I know he don't want to be there. I will say, like, for his sake and that he can get on a good team, I think he should try to get out of there and do it professionally. But don't say you're just not going to do that drill. Because other teams will look at that and they don't want that attitude around. I think Ben Simmons is still a good player. I just think that 76ers wasn't a good fit for him. And even like he said, I just read a comment earlier tonight about him. The team just put too much emphasis on Joel Embiid. So it's like, can you really be a good player if they're trying to just get it to that main player? You know what I mean? And I'm not making excuses for him, but I I think if you've ever been in a place where you feel like you're not wanted, hey, that's you don't want to be there, even though you still do the job like he should do. He should still do his job, but get out of there gracefully and professionally. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, yeah. He's just to be a professional about it. But yeah, like you said, if you feel like you don't want to be there, you can do the bare minimum
Yep.
not to get fired, or not in his case, not to get fined. So the bare minimum in this situation is to show up. So he
Show up.
showed up. You
Yep.
asked me to leave, I'll leave. You're saying, but you still got to pay me.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting to watch how this plays out. And honestly, and this is just me speaking as a person, as individual, not even as a Hawks fan or whatever. I wouldn't mind if he came to the Hawks. I know he wouldn't want to because our series is the one that kind of started all this anyway. So um, he might not want to come play there either. But
yeah.
I still think he's a good player. So
Oh yeah, he's definitely still a good player. It's like the offense is like the 76ers try to put like some kind of prototypical Golden State, Houston Rockets type offense,
yep.
and you don't have the personnel for that. You know,
Hmm.
your two best players are most effective scoring inside. Why are you trying to make everybody 3-point shooters?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that when they were playing in the series. But yeah, I just if they have to, they're gonna have to hurry up and get rid of him because it's gonna hurt the team. I mean, it's a lot of time to play in the NBA, a lot of games, so it might not hurt them too bad, but they don't want to get behind too early either. Um, I just think it's not gonna be a good fit if he's gonna have that attitude. Me as a coach, I would just come up and be like, "Look, y'all need to get rid of him today. I don't care if we got to put him on a 3, 5, 20 game suspension and play him. I don't care. Like, let's get rid of him." So
Right, right. And hopefully they get something out of it. You know, I wouldn't mind him going to Chicago as well.
who we
Because
gonna play with
Chicago,
there?
huh?
Who's on Chicago? I don't even know who's on Chicago.
We got a whole bunch of players that don't fit, if you ask me. They got Lonzo Ball, which I think was a good pickup. They got Zach Levine.
Okay.
Um, you know, he's about to ask for a max contract, and I'd rather trade him than sign him to a max. They got the DeMar DeRozan, which was a bad pickup. They got Nikolai Vooch. I forgot his last name, but Vooch. He's a center. They traded for him before the deadline. Gave up some draft capital some young players to get him. He's a good post scorer, but he doesn't provide no interior defense. And yeah, that's what Chicago's lacking is defense. And then
You
they sign these players that play hardly any defense.
you see him going anywhere? Maybe anywhere out west. I
Who?
can't think of
Chicago?
Nah, Simmons. I can't think of a team
Oh,
that would
Sim.
keep Simmons out west.
If Anthony Davis goes down again, I can see the Lakers making the trade for him,
Mm,
and then he'll play the Anthony Davis. He'll be the Anthony Davis until Anthony Davis comes back, or they might just keep him permanently and let
interesting.
Anthony Davis take his walking papers because you know, I don't think that there's been a season where he was fully healthy in an entire season.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So, I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, the Lakers got everybody already. So,
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. They need some young blood. They could
they,
trade a Westbrook for him.
hmm, nah, they wouldn't trade Westbrook.
Yeah, that makes sense. You trade Westbrook, the contract matches. Um, Simmons will play point, or well, LeBron plays point. Simmons will just be there for defense. You can run the pick and roll with Simmons, and then when LeBron takes his breathers or when LeBron takes his PTO days, Simmons can run the offense as LeBron.
Hmm. I don't know about that one, man. I can't buy that one, as Goldie would say. I
Yeah,
can't buy that one. I ain't buying that one.
yeah.
I can't see him doing. I can't see him on the Lakers and they giving up Westbrook because LeBron's main goal. He's gonna be a beast this year. He's trying to get that championship because how he was snubbed in the what was it the all, not the All Star vote, but MVP was it? Whatever vote he was snubbed in, and but yeah, LeBron is on a mission this year, so that's why he brought in all the players.
He should have been on a mission last year. He couldn't even beat Phoenix.
I think he was just playing, but this year right here, I think he got something to prove. And watch, I think he's gonna be a beast.
Well,
So
we'll
we'll
see.
see.
We'll see. Talking
This
about Phoenix,
it started today, right?
yeah, the season starts today.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about Phoenix, did you know that the Phoenix Mercury, the WNBA team, and the Phoenix Suns both lost in the finals this year?
That's a. I didn't know that. I didn't think about that till you just said it.
Yep, that's a good
Huh?
trivia question.
That is. That is. Huh? That is good though. Good for the city of Phoenix, but in the end, they both lost. So
Yep, they're second place winners. They still get the trophy, right?
yeah, for first place to lose. First place to lose. Nah,
Yep,
I didn't even think about that though. But yeah, damn,
yep.
it's a nice
So
little
I know
trivia.
you got the Bucks and Hawks are your two top teams out the East. Who you got out the West as the top teams?
I mean the usual Golden State and the Lakers.
Okay, go. Oh, you got Golden State coming back. They couldn't even make the playoffs last year.
Oh yeah, they'll be back this year. That was just I think that was just a fluke, and so I think they'll be back, and
Okay.
I think they got something to prove too, and so I think they'll be back. I mean, yeah, Houston. I don't even know who's on the Houston squad anymore since that thing broke up.
Yeah,
Uh,
they got Jalen Green, they got Kevin Porter Jr., they got Chris Woods, and then they got some other draft pick there. The Houston community is very excited about, but they got nothing else to be excited about. So, but those are like their big three. Those are the big three names.
and that's why I was kind of thinking like a place, and I don't know their lineup, but I was just thinking a place that Simmons might can go that might help out is the Pelicans.
Yeah, but that organization so messed up.
Right.
Um, Zion William wants to leave, and he's about to pull an Anthony Davis over there.
That's what I was trying to. That's why I was thinking about it because I was thinking I know Zion wants to leave, and maybe if you give him somebody, I mean Ben Simmons, I don't want to say he's nobody, but so give him somebody to help out. Maybe that'll entice him to stay, but maybe not, or maybe
Right,
that help get him out of there.
right.
But
I
he
don't know.
couldn't go to Philly. But yeah, I mean, and I didn't forget about Boston either. But Boston, Boston is a strong team, even though they're in the East. But I just wanted to mention them, and of course the Nets. They the team to beat over in the East. So
Right. Well, even with no Kyrie,
yeah, even with no Kyrie, man. I mean, Durant could do it by himself, but with Harden over there as well. So
you know what I'm saying? With playoff, I don't know. Playoff Harden, he choked. He checked out again when Durant needed some help.
and I think before long, I think Kyrie might end up playing, man. I think he might get a shot or two.
Yeah. They're just picking on Kyrie because he's Kyrie and he's outspoken and he beats to his own drum.
Yeah,
And the corporation or they don't like that. They don't like individuals. They need people to fall in line.
right.
And Kyrie doesn't do that. So I think he's gonna get all the backlash. He's gonna get all the punishment. He's gonna get all the testing. Anything they could think of, they're gonna and they're within their powers. They're gonna throw it at Kyrie. And it's funny they're doing all that to Kyrie, but somebody like Bradley Beal, who's also unvaccinated, saying he's not gonna get vaccinated, but he's able to play in New York and he's able to play in California, even though they have those mandates,
Yeah,
which
I don't
doesn't
understand that.
adds up to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that unless he got some type of waiver or restriction that says he can't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, even like that doesn't matter because Wiggins had a religious restriction. I mean, a religious waiver, and they still say, "Yeah, we don't care about that in California." Like
Damn.
we don't be your God. Your God doesn't exist here. In other words,
I didn't even know. I mean, I saw you put it in the chat, but I thought they were gonna, get on them and say, "No, you got to follow this." But that's kind of crazy. I know New York has the mandate, and I get that, but that's just weird. If Bill is going to be able to play in those states, and Kyrie won't.
yeah. So I guess he just got to do extra testing, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I agree with the extra testing, but I also agree that everybody should get tested.
Yeah,
Because when the NBA first came out with these rules and regulations to deal with COVID. They're like, if you're vaccinated, you don't get tested. If you're unvaccinated, you get tested like 5 times a week or something crazy like that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, even if you're vaccinated, you still need to get tested because we all know it's been proven that it doesn't make you immune
Right.
It just lessens the symptoms, and you're still able to spread the virus.
Yep.
You
And
know,
that's what I thought they would have did to Kyrie. Honestly, like I thought I know New York has its mandates or whatever, but I thought they would have been like, you have to be tested and maybe put some stringent things in place, like get tested
like can't
and
leave your
you have
hotel.
quarantine 3 days before the game. Yeah, something like that. And he might miss one or two because he won't have that time, those many days or whatever. But to say he just can't play is like it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Don't have him on back to back. Like if they have the back to back road games, he can't play on those.
Right.
You know, what
So
I'm saying
it's
he could play one but not the other. So, yeah, I'll agree to that. But at the same time, they need to be, even if you're vaccinated, they need to be on top of those players and coaches as well too.
oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I was listening to the radio and I heard a lady say that she was going to a concert, and at the concert you either had to be vaccinated or tested. And she was like, she wasn't vaccinated, so she don't mind getting tested. But she was like, the people that are vaccinated should still get tested because, just like you just said, she was like, they could have COVID and give it to me.
Right.
So I agree. Like, just because you are vaccinated, don't mean you can't catch it. So
Yep. 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 Because yeah, it's just crazy. Everybody's just pushing their own agendas, and no one's doing what's right for the for the population. They're just doing what's right for their pockets.
yeah, that's crazy though, about Bill. Huh. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that though.
Yep. Yep. Um, Talking about COVID, you know what I'm saying? Let's get we can go ahead and get to the 2 minute warning since you're doing double duties. Before I get you into your false fact, I want to give a quick um celebrating the life of Colin Powell.
Yeah.
If for those who know, Smash and I was in the military, and he did so much um restructuring in the military, especially for people of color. Um, They said he originally said he passed from COVID complications, and then I'm also hearing something about he had like some kind of blood cancer. So I'm not 100% why he passed, but he definitely did it. He definitely lived a long life. He passed away at 84, and he definitely did a lot.
Yep.
The time he was here.
Yeah, Colin Powell is one of my favorites, man. I used to have a quote of his up in my office all the time, and it was like, um, if you're so once your soldiers stop coming to you, I'm paraphrasing, but once your soldiers stop coming to you, you lost their trust. Basically, like if they don't come to you with questions or anything, you've lost their trust. And I've always liked that because that's true. Like once they stop coming to you for stuff, then they don't believe in you anymore. So you can't lead effectively. So, and Colin Powell, man, he just made sense in the way his leadership was. So it's a big loss. And yeah, I heard it was COVID and some form of cancer as well, but complications from COVID is what I should say. So,
Right.
but yeah, man,
Right. Yeah.
that was a big one.
Yeah. That was a big one. He does a lot of stuff that you did. He always met people at their level, and and broke it down in layman's terms. You know what I'm saying? And kept it simple and kept it moving.
That is true. I
Yep.
do. I That's my dude though. I like Colin Powell, man. Like I really did. He was a good dude.
Yep. Yep. And then with that, you got any false facts?
Yeah, I'll just throw a small one out there. I just want y'all to know that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl as fans. They will be cheering for what other team is in there. Every year, everybody gets excited about the Dallas Cowboys when they go on a winning streak. They look good right now. Don't get me wrong. They're 5-1, but Dallas is going Dallas. So let's just sit back and wait. It's a long season this year. Remember, they added a game. So just sit back and watch. Dallas is gonna Dallas. They'll go in the playoffs, but they won't be in the Super Bowl. So
Right.
that's your false fact.
Right. Well, since Golden ain't here, the are we buying it or not? is John Gruden. We all know John Gruden resigned. We talked about this already. And the NFL and whoever finished the investigation and said John Gruden was the only one sending those types of email, or basically it ended at John Gruden with the homophobic slurs, with the racist remarks, with
Yeah,
the all the crazy stuff he said in writing email. It ended with John Gruden. So my thing is like NFL, like so the who you send an email to himself? You send him to his own account.
right.
Like there was some kind of corresponding there, and there was some kind of he felt comfortable enough to say these things to someone else. You know what I'm
Somebody.
saying? Which to me brings up red flags. Like if you're able to say this, that, and third to a person and they don't check you, you know, or they don't say like, hey, yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Makes me believe that they also say the same things.
that's true. Yeah. I'm waiting to see that because there has to be more from this fallout, and that's all I've been waiting on is
No,
just
they said there is no more. They said it ended with John Gruden. It started and ended with John Gruden.
it can't be, man. Who
So
did
you're
the
not
FBI?
buying
Did the FBI do this investigation?
it. It might be.
'Cause I've been saying normally they'll get to the top and they'll break open everybody, man. So I'm just not buying that Gruden was the only one.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm not buying it either. Because it all started because the Gruden emails got leaked or got basically they got leaked because the Washington team was under investigation and they're under investigation for a whole bunch of stuff we don't want to get into. So that right there is just two different entities in itself. So
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna fall open. But maybe Goodell just say, hey, just y'all got him ended because I'll lose half my league if y'all go any further in this investigation. I don't know, man.
right,
It's fishy. It's fishy.
right, right. Maybe they Robert Kraft the situation and pay a politician to hey, you know what? Stop looking over here.
That's true. That could be true too.
You know
It
what I'm
is
saying?
voting season, so yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. Hey, with that being said, hey, November's around the corner. Your state or your local government seats might be up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? We put this out and talk about it on last Friday. Go
Yep.
check that out. Go out there and vote. This is an election that counts. This is an election that could make change in your community. This is an election that could improve your neighborhood. This is an
Exactly.
election that could, your voice matters. Your voice is louder.
Right. Because these are the places where you live, and you might as well make a statement where you live. At least start there first. But it's very important that you get out and vote. So I'm actually gonna go do some early voting shortly. So in a couple days. So
Nice, nice. Yep. Well, on that, we're out.
peace, y'all. Peace.